When I was a kid, of course that was in the 1950s, my father bought a new car every year. And a lot of people bought new cars every year then. And I remember when I got my first car, it was a 1970 Maverick that I got in 1969, like in December 1969. And my father bought it for me. And it was brand new Maverick car, and it sold for $1,800. Now the price of cars is the price of houses back in the 1950s. But I will say one thing, that cars work a whole lot better than they used to. I remember when you had a car with 100,000 miles on it, it was considered really, really old and over the hill. But now, I don't think I've bought a car with less than 100,000 miles on it for like 15 years. So cars do last a lot longer, they're made a lot better, and they sure are expensive. So let's see the auto show. Who's that guy? This is KMOX, oh, what's his name? The guy who used to be the hockey guy.
The gentleman just walked by with one, and they are great. Yeah, they'll be terrific.
Well, he's broadcasting live from here. KMOX is broadcasting live.
South County and joining us on KMOX. Hi, Ron, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
Just wanted to talk about the way they're going to change the team, you know, and I just want to give you my personal opinion.
Unfortunately, it's a boring sports show.
Right about.
Boy, you know, it'd be wonderful to get a new car. Wouldn't it be Linda, wouldn't it be wonderful to have a new car?
Yeah, I like Fords especially.
But you can't afford to buy a new car anymore. I mean, I can't afford $30,000 for a car. The last car I had is like $1,300. It works great. It is a nice car. What kind of car is this? Is supposed to be a Dodge? Maybe it's not a Dodge. Beautiful. Look at this car, Jim. Look how beautiful this is. Boy, it'd be wonderful to drive one of these cars. I'd sure like to. The only thing is, you know, when you have a new car, when you have a nice car, the world is your enemy. And you'll park your car in a supermarket parking lot, and some jackoff will get a key and put a big mark on your car. Not because they know you, not because they dislike you. Why?
Why? Because they don't have it, so they want to wreck yours.
Right, they're jealous. They're mad at you just because you have a nice car. But fortunately, I haven't had that problem in many years. But it would be wonderful to have a nice car. But you know, if you have a nice car, you know, think of the things you open yourself up for. You open yourself up for, of course, robbery, and you also open you up for hijacking. You know, Tyrone gets in your car with a gun and tells you to get out, and you you know. Also, it seems like people that are drunk, without driver's licenses and without insurance, like I'm thinking of like people like
Oh boy,
who?
Tom
Horner, that's right. Those kind of people, you know, they love to smash new cars because the deal is that they have all these rules in Missouri, but if you don't have insurance or don't have a driver's license and smash into another car and destroy it, and you don't have any job or any money, they don't do nothing to you. That happened to me when I was a cab driver. I had some nice cabs, and I had one black guy that was drunk and one white guy that was drunk at different times, demolished my cars, and both times the government of the state of Missouri couldn't care less and didn't do nothing, because the reason my insurance for my car seems to be so high is I think I'm the only one in the state of Missouri that has insurance. I don't think anybody has insurance except me. Me and Rodney D. Young. Think young, Rodney D. Young, 875-4321. Hey, look at this, a Crown Vic. This is a beautiful car. Man, I'd like to have this car. I wonder if they'll let me sit in it. Why not? Oh man, get behind the wheel of this car, that'd be great. Of course, this is comfortable. Oops. No, I don't want you to do anything. This would be beautiful to have this car. Man, this is really comfortable. Oh, take a look at inside, Jim. Take a look at the interior here. It's very nice. Oh, this is beautiful. Would I love to drive this car? Would I love to own a new car? But I'm never going to own a new car. I can't afford $30,000. And if I could afford $30,000, I wouldn't spend it on a new car. I'd buy a new house or something instead. Look how clean this engine is. I think you could eat off this engine. Look at it. It's immaculate. Of course, it hasn't been used. Yeah, public access. You watch the wrestling show? How about... I want to talk to these happy viewers here. Come over here. Come over here. What kind of car do you like here? What kind of car do you want to buy?
I'm not buying one at all.
What year is your car at home?
91.
91.
Yes.
You know, could you imagine that the price of cars now equals what the price houses used to be back when you were younger?
My first house was $13,000.
So it's actually more than the price of houses.
Betcha.
But you know, you got to say one thing, as I said before, that cars sure last a lot longer than they used to.
I think so, yeah.
They work a lot better than they used to.
Right.
I remember a car back in the 50s, if a car had 100,000 miles on it,
Yeah.
it was like, boom, it was
When you made
dead.
your last payment, it fell apart.
Right, but now, I mean, I haven't bought a car with less than 100,000 miles on it, or driven a car with less than 100,000 miles on it in like 15 years.
I love your program on Friday
Well,
nights.
thank you. Well, if you love my show on Friday nights, you're probably not going to watch it because you're here.
Am I going to be on? Maybe.
Well, maybe there's a good chance if you're interested.
This was Friday night.
We might not. We might. Wait a second. We might not be able to show you on because
Too much glare?
Too much glare on the head.
Well, that's my problem I have, yeah.
Okay.
But thank you anyway.
Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, sorry. You guys are Parisi. Shaking the hands with the little people. Shaking the hands with the public. Pressing the flesh. Thank you. This is some sort of ride they have here. And I guess it's a ride for people that like to drive in cars and get sick to their stomach. I don't understand this. Doesn't make any sense. It says Viper on it. I guess it's a type of car.
This one up here is a fully functional prototype. We drive it in, we drive it out, and it does indeed get test driven. By chance, are any of you interested in that job?
This is what they call, like, they used to call these people on Star Search spokesmodels.
Is where is the door handle?
Was that what they called them?
See them from the outside.
Spokesmodels, a spokesmodel. Very attractive spokesmodel. Where are you from?
I'm from Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, so you travel around with the auto show?
I do. I've been with Chrysler for 7 years on the road, and I studied with them in college before that.
Now, what kind of car is this?
This is the Chrysler Phaeton concept car.
Phaeton?
Phaeton.
That kind of sounds like phalanx or something, you know?
Thank God, no. No, this would be a Phaeton, and that's kind of like saying a coupe or a sedan. Phaetons were used by several different manufacturers through the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Chrysler certainly was not the only one to have a Phaeton.
What do you think about like a car like this as an extension of manhood for a lot of people?
Well, definitely people try to make up for certain things with their vehicles. I'm not going to argue with that.
Well, if I had this car, in spite of I'm not really good looking or anything, but if I had this car and was driving around, I would probably meet a whole lot more girls than I do now. Of course, I have a girlfriend that's with me, and she wouldn't let me meet them anyway. But if I didn't have her, let's say, around, and I had this car, you know, just an imaginary situation, you'd probably meet a whole bunch of people.
Well, you definitely meet a whole lot of something. I don't know if they'd be girls, but...
How fast does this car go?
This really isn't designed for top-end speed. We leave that up to its brother, the Dodge Viper. Viper is really the performance car. Chrysler's the luxury brand, and it's really meant to be a land yacht, if you will.
And we're here with one of the, I guess, viewers of Worldwide Magazine. Where do you live?
In Troy, Illinois.
Oh, you watch us in Troy, Illinois. Okay, what's your name?
Tanner Spalding.
Okay, and you gave us a Vanessa sighting report.
Yes, I did.
Now, well, Vanessa is at the Sony booth?
Yeah.
She's not singing, is she?
No.
Okay, then clear the building out. Is she demonstrating something? Is she talking?
Yeah, she's trying to get people to go in. It's like a big Sony display where you go and make websites.
And she's like hawking?
Yeah.
Like a carnival type act?
Yep.
A cheap, tawdry carnival act? Do you think Vanessa's pretty talented?
Yeah, I do.
You like her singing?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So you are kind of like a music connoisseur then?
Yeah, I play in a band.
Okay, I'd like to hear your band. Does it sound as good as Vanessa's singing?
Oh, yeah.
Come away with me, Lucille, in my Mary.
better there. We've also four-wheel drive disc brakes. So you still have great performance and handle. Because it's always performed and handled beautifully. Not only that, is we've still kept a lot of things the same, like the 50-50 weight distribution, which has made this rear-wheel drive axle what it's always been.
Now, if there's one car that screams Pete, it's right here. This is a car that's really comfortable to sit in. Oh, really nice and roomy. Ow! I can just picture the wind blowing through my hair, listening to, ow! God damn it! Ah, this is comfortable, man. This is real practical too. Linda, how'd you like me in this car?
What?
How'd you like me in this car?
No, I wouldn't like you in that car because you'd be screaming every time you got in or out of it. You'd be yelling.
I guess this is a car for people that don't have anything to carry around. It's kind of a stupid car. I mean, I guess it's fun to drive, but I mean, it's not very practical. It's like the size of a sardine can, and I don't even know how I'm going to get out of this car. What kind of car is this?
It's a Miata.
Oh, it's a Miata, a Mazda Miata. Ooh, Miata, Rodan, It's a Japanese car, right?
Yes.
Japanese car. Well, here we are in this, see, I can just picture the wind blowing through my hair, driving down the boulevard. It'd be great.
Come away with me, Lucille, in my
And now it's time for a worldwide magazine editorial. You know, the auto show is beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful cars here. A lot of cars you'd really like to drive, and a lot of, you know, beautiful cars and beautiful people. But there's a seamy, ugly side to the auto show. Girls that have fallen on hard times, that have fallen down in their luck, sometimes have been reduced to hawking items here. And it's a little known fact, but it's a very sad existence. A sad existence filled with loneliness and depravity, loose values and no morals. Girls that are untalented and have no other skills except looking maybe okay are reduced to becoming mere dupes of the auto industry and little more than charlats for those domineering men in those big cars that are like phallic symbols. We're concerned about this. Are you? Hi. What? No. Why are you gonna sit in the car? I want to take a picture of the car.
Watch you, go Bears.
Okay. Okay. Hey, here's what you do. Look like you're trying to get the car started without the key. Now, one of the exhibits here at the auto show is an exhibit to help people hijack and carjack cars. And here we have young men that are just starting out in the business, trying to learn how to get a car going without the key. Where's Vanessa? Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! Look at Vanessa, that's Vanessa! Look at that, she's been reduced to shilling items here at the auto show.
Try not to look at you.
It's a shame, it's really sad. You know what? How could this girl...
Hey, she's telling us to go away.
How could this girl be reduced to such a terrible job? You know, let me tell you something. You talk about talent. She has more talent in a little pinky than she has on a thumb. Her pinky is a lot more talented than her thumb is, but there isn't that much talent there, though. Now she's running inside. Woo, 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 woo. Ta-la-la-la-la-la-la. Woo. Ta-la-la-la-la-la-la. Woo. So now you know, folks. Vanessa is off the show, and she's begun a new life. A sad life. All I gotta say is, do 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 do, la 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 la. I like your face. I like your face. Do 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 do. I like your hand.
Welcome to the Sony Personal Technology
I like your hand.
Experience.
Ooh, loo, loo, loo. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Hi, can I ask you something? Oh, why not? That's, you know who that is, don't you? That's Tex. This guy's a cameraman, Jim the cameraman.
He is, but you know I'm in the Screen Actors Guild and I'm not supposed to be on film.
What's your name? What's your name? Janet, where you from?
Detroit.
Detroit, hey, what a good place to be. But that's not this Infinity is made in Japan, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And what could you tell us about the Infinity? I guess you must have all the facts in your head.
I have all the facts in my head. I could tell you all about our whole lineup. But I have to know because I'm in Screen Actors Guild and I can't be on camera.
No. This is just a public access show. There's probably 5 or 10 people watching this show, maybe 6 or 7.
You don't want to get me kicked out of my union.
But the union's not watching this show.
These guys over here, they're great because they're salesmen.
We don't want to take a picture of them. We want to take a picture of you.
Okay, let me see.
Pete, I'm going over by the Volkswagen.
She's going over by the
Yeah, the little woman's going over. Linda, have you met Janet yet?
No.
Come over here, meet Janet. There's a little woman here. It's Janet. Janet, little woman, Janet.
Where's Elliot?
I don't know where he is. Who cares? Well, here we are at the big talk of the auto show, the brand new Volkswagen Beetle. Now this one sells for $15,000. I remember back in the 60s when they had lots of Volkswagen Beetles around everywhere. They were selling for like $2,000 or $3,000, I think, or $1,500 even. Volkswagen is a car that was originally started by Adolf Hitler. Volkswagen means people's wagon. Anyway, this car is capturing the imagination. But I remember when I used to drive in Volkswagens, there was like a sardine can, and I remember the heat in Volkswagens was non-existent. They didn't have a fan with the heat. It just came off the manifold or something. And I remember driving around all day in the winter in the Volkswagen and freezing my nuts off. Anyway, I guess the heat's all right now, and they have air conditioning and all kinds of safety doodads. Yes? Yes?
I'm just waiting to hear what you say.
Oh, I have nothing to say. What do you think about the new Volkswagen?
I think it's really cute.
Would you buy one?
Sure I would. I remember it from the old days when.
Do you remember what you paid for it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't buy one, but a good friend of mine bought one, and it was so cheap.
$1,500.
I was going to say $2,000.
It went up to $2,000, but originally it was less than $1,500.
But I'm not quite that old.
Oh, how old are you?
I don't want to say. I'm 50.
Well, you don't look anywhere near 50.
Thank you very much. Neither does this car.
You don't look a day over 49 and a half. You know, you think about this auto show. The admission is $8, and it's pretty interesting, but you're paying $8 for what? You're paying $8 for a big, giant car advertisement.
In the gay 90s, this jalopy was tops in transportation, just as the modern car is a puttering premonition of better cars to come. The designing genius of men with vision is at work even now to make the dream car of the future a practical machine of today. With experience as an automotive engineer and a pilot of racing cars and speedboats, Mr. Rust Hines of Pasadena, California, has recently completed his conception of the ideal car. A car with the safety of mechanical perfection, designed in futuristic simplicity, the Phantom Corsair. With the grace of a product born of nature, it noses its way from the field of science into the world of commerce, a thing of balanced power and beauty. It carries a body made of electrically welded aviation steel tubing, the outer surface of which is covered by alloy steel. Passengers ride in a scientifically safe steel cage. The car is streamlined underneath as well as above. Even the door hinges are concealed. It has a front-wheel drive with electric gear shift, and the floor is entirely clear. There are no fenders and no running boards. The seats are of solid cast rubber. It has a crash dash, padded with cork and sponge rubber, covered with leather to minimize injury and accidents. All vibration is killed at its source. The interior, lined with cork and latex, contains luxury compartments, an all-wave radio with twin speakers, and is indirectly lighted. The car, weighing 4,500 pounds, has built-in headlights of 50,000 candle power with amber road lights below. The rising hood, unlocked from the dash, switches on a service light and reveals an engine of 190 horsepower producing a speed of 115 miles per hour. And that's plenty. Recoil spring bumpers, fore and aft. The body has no protrusions. Electric buttons open the doors, and what's the top open with the door? For headroom. The car has no muffler. The exhaust is silenced by expansion chambers. This clever chariot with speed, safety, and symmetry proves that the dream car of tomorrow is practical today through a skillful combination of art and science.
With me, Lucille.
Hi, this is PEP. I want to thank you all for watching Worldwide Magazine. Now, I got to tell you a few things. First off, I just had double pneumonia. So that put us out of commission for another 3 or 4 weeks. It was like terrible. What a frightening thing pneumonia is. It was miserable. We're still having problems with our machines, and we're working on a solution. We might have a solution coming up real soon. It will really increase the quality of the show, and we'll be telling you about that real soon. Don't tune off now because we got a lot more stuff coming, including a look at the Soulard Mardi Gras and some brain sandwiches at Dieckmeyer's. If you're interested in our video, which is free, well, actually, this or any of our videos, just stop by Vintage Vinyl in Granite City or Vintage Vinyl in University City or Whizband Video on South Grand in South City. Or you can give us a call on the Viewers Hotline anytime, 879-3002. We'd love to talk to you. Leave a message. We'll be playing some on our forthcoming show. I'd like to thank all of you for your support of Worldwide Magazine. I'd like to thank you, but I can't because you haven't been supporting us too well. Support like this is going to get us into the poorhouse. So go screw yourself. Thank you. The future of our country is our kids. Take a look at this. We got a pretty dark future ahead of us, don't we?
Enough. What? Asshole.
Boy, what a cute little kid. What a cute little kid. He's a joy to be with. He called me a mother effer. 8 years old. Nice kid.
Asshole.
I'm rockin'.
Would you like to have sex tonight?
Sex? No dice. I'm rockin'.
Rhonda, how you doing?
Oh, Vince, I've got this terrible problem.
What's the matter?
I can't stop rockin'.
Well, maybe I can help you here. Here, let me try to stop you.
Me, Vince?
Oh, my bad knee.
Oh, Vince, we're rockin'.
Oh, my bad knee.
Rockin' on grand. Yeah.
My bad knee.
We're rockin', baby. I'm rockin'. I'm rockin'. I'm rockin'. Rockin' in the diner. I'm rockin'. Come over here and rock, girlfriend. Come on.
We're rockin', we're rockin', we're rockin', rockin' at the diner, yeah. All right, Rockin' Rhonda, come on, you guys, let's rock. Let's rock. Jazz this place up. Rockin' in the diner, baby. Yeah. Rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin'.
Shut up! Why don't you come tonight to Soulard with me to see Jimmy Lee? Jimmy Lee! Jimmy Lee! Ah, 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 ah! Jimmy Lee! Jimmy Lee! Ah, 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 ah!
I'm rockin', I'm rockin', rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin'! Yeah! Rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin', rockin'. That's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon, or at midnight. It's left to serve. So wanna please you, so wanna
so long it's not true. Wanted a woman, never bargained for you. Lots of people talking, few of them know. Soul of a woman was created below.
Crunchy too.
Been dazed and confused for so long, it's not true. Been dazed and confused for so long, it's not true.
Well, Vince, this is very sad. We're at the home of Leon's Shoe Shine Parlor, which we've covered on the show at previous times. I was on my way here today with some shoes to have shined. We were also to get some shoe shine, and it looks like the place burned down, and it's all closed up.
Yeah, it's a shame, boy. This has been a mainstay down here in South St. Louis. You know, you come down here, you get a good shoe shine every day. And I used to come down here all the time to get a good shoe shine, and I really missed the old guy.
When was the last time you came down here, Vince?
Oh, it was about a couple months ago, you know.
You never came down here, Vince. You're full of crap. Anyway, the place burned down. I don't know what happened. I don't know when it happened, but it must have happened not that long ago. So Leon's, another historic South St. Louis landmark, is gone, and we're sad about it.
And now, for all you Granite City fans, it's time for another stupid, moronic outing in Granite City with the host of our Granite City segments, Jack Calve. And Jack likes to take us to really stupid, ridiculous places, which are usually a waste of time, and this is no exception. So hop in the car as we go to another stupid, moronic place in stupid, moronic Granite City. Hold on to your hats.
You've been driving about like an hour and a half to go to this stupid site that nobody wants to see.
An hour and a half. You know, Pete, that's why I'm always kind of reluctant to do these things with you. I mean, you're such a fine human being, Pete. I mean, really a great guy. To know you is to love you.
Anyway, Jack has led us on another one of his wild goose chases, and we're at the historic point where Lewis and Clark started their trip. Well, here we have a site that we're at after a really long drive.
About 20 minutes.
That Jack dragged us on against our will. And this is the site where Lewis and Clark started their journey up the Missouri River.
All across the Mississippi, westward.
They went up the Missouri River. They didn't go up the Mississippi. Yeah, for like a mile, then it's the Missouri River.
Remember to get to the Missouri.
Here, Jack, give us a vivid word picture description of the site. Now, for the people that are visually handicapped that are watching the show, maybe they could listen to your vivid description and enjoy vicariously the thrill that we're experiencing now here at this desolate, long distance spot, which is like 40 miles from Granite City. Here you go. We're supposed to be touring Granite City today, and here we are in the middle of nowhere.
This is part of Granite City. This is the Lewis and Clark historic site. This is where Lewis and Clark took off on their trip west. If you look over there, there's the nice monument that they've built honoring this site. It sticks out in the river. It's a wooded area. I would not come here after dark unless you happen to skip to work in the Central West End. Then maybe you'd want to come out here after dark. It has that kind of reputation. But as you can see, it's wooded, and there's some strange man in a pickup truck over there staring at us, and I do believe he's going to ask Pete out for a date. If you look over there, you'll see there's the towboats and the barges lined up. River, yes, he don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling along. And they're trying to go north to Alton. Look over there, you see a power plant. That's in St. Charles. What a beautiful view. The sun is out, the sky is clear. We're here at this rocky promontory. What is it, promontory? Promontory. Out there, there's part of the Soho slough over there, sticking out. And I mean, it's a good view. They do need to make this more accessible to the public.
Boring.
Yes, it is boring, Pete. Here we are at the very heart of the monument. There are 3 flagpoles, but if you'll notice, there's something conspicuous here. There are no flags. Guess they'll have to increase the taxes again.
Wait. There's 3 flagpoles. There's no flags, but there's 1 flag.
They returned to Illinois on September the 23rd, 1806, having concluded one of the most dramatic and significant episodes in our history. Yes.
Well, that goes quite apart from the episode we're having today, which is one of the most boring episodes in the history of Worldwide Magazine.
Well, you need boring episodes every now and then on Worldwide.
We need them. We need a boring episode, Jack. Just call on Jack Calve.
Unlike Pete, who shows you all the glamour spots of South St. Louis, you know, and now I will speak in the language that most people in South St. Louis can understand. This is South St. Louis and counting to 2. Remember, if you have any comments about Worldwide Magazine, dial area code 314-879-3002, you pencil neck geeks out there. I remember the one asshole who called in and said I sounded like Charles Kuralt. Well, asshole, I sounded like Walter Cronkite. Don't confuse Kuralt and Cronkite. Anyway, I hope you do call it. I hope you say the program sucks. I'm frankly surprised that most of you idiots out there can figure out how to use a touch-tone telephone. I'm hoping to make more appearances on Worldwide Magazine and really piss you off, because I'm sick of you people out there calling in with your... And then you got some people calling like, and I think I add more to the show than the Horner brothers. I mean, the dentist nightmare, the Horner brothers haven't got a complete set of teeth between them.
Between all 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3 of them. Not a complete set of teeth. Remember, those of you out there in television land, and I'm talking to you, you rubes, hayseeds, churls, clodhoppers, rednecks out there, to call into Worldwide Magazine. Tell us what you think of the program, as if you have a thought in your head, which I seriously doubt. Most of you people out there watching this program couldn't pour piss out of a boot if the labels were under the heel. Now, do I have a low opinion of Worldwide Magazine viewers? You bet your ass I do. You're scum, slime, the type of stuff that I scrape off the sole of my shoe. You disgust me thoroughly, you nauseating people out there and your whiny complaints. Oh, it's enough to make me hurl. But I want you to call in. I want you to call in and comment about this show, because we're going to show you more of Granite City and more. You'll get to see smoke coming out of the smokestacks and long trains going down the tracks forever and ever. And I want you to move to Granite City, because Granite City is a nice place. It's much nicer than South St. Louis. Of course, anywhere is much nicer than South St. Louis. I once went to South St. Louis, but it was closed.
Look at this. This kind of makes it. I thought this monument was a piece of crap, but now Jack has pointed out that each one of these pillars of the monument. Come on, Jim. Each pillar has a different state on it. So you have your state pillars, and the state of Oregon here, and here's the state of Washington, the state of Depression, state of Idaho, the state of Depression. Anytime I'm with Jack, I'm in the state of Depression. State of Montana. You taking a picture of all these states? Yes. The people, if they're gonna watch this, they're not gonna see the pictures of the states. They're gonna be pissed. State of North Dakota. Okay. Here we go. What's the state? What could it be? The state of South Dakota. Okay.
What about East and West Dakota?
State of Iowa. Okay. And the state of Nebraska. Okay, let's go. Hurry up. It's getting boring. In fact, it was boring already. State of Kansas. And, of course, we end up here at the state of Missouri. We're at Dieckmeyer's Bar in South St. Louis, in deep South St. Louis, and this is the home of the original St. Louis brain sandwich. And I'm with two gentlemen here, of course, Vince and Eugene Horner. And if there's ever two people that needed brains, it's right here, Eugene and Vince. And we're gonna go inside and see if we can get a brain sandwich at Dieckmeyer's. We're at Dieckmeyer's kitchen here in deep South St. Louis, and this supposedly is the home of brain sandwiches, the originators of brain sandwiches. It's an institution in South St. Louis, and we're in the kitchen. We're going to watch them make a brain sandwich. I don't think brain sandwiches are popular elsewhere in the country, and the reason they're popular in St. Louis is because there's so many people here that need brains. There's so many people here that don't have any brains, and that's why they have brain sandwiches. Now the brain is deep fried, and I understand that after the brain gets cooked a while, it floats. What kind of brains are these?
Beef.
They're beef brains. Do you ever use any other kind of brains? No. Just beef brains. Now I understand that Dieckmeyer's is known as the place that originated the brain sandwiches. Is that correct?
That's what I was told growing up.
And brain sandwiches are not popular in other parts of the country, I don't think.
No. Pretty much Southside German.
I wonder what they do with brains in other parts of the country. I mean...
Oh, I don't know. I heard sometimes the Italian put them in ravioli.
Really? How much do brains cost at the supermarket?
I've never seen them in the supermarket. We just have it from our meat supplier, no.
Are they hard to get?
They're getting there.
What is...
Everybody's starting to eat them nowadays, I think.
What does brains taste like? We're going to taste them in a few minutes, but what do they taste like?
Chicken.
Everybody tastes like chicken, right? Everybody chicken. I saw some cannibals the other day, and I asked what do those people taste like, and they said chicken. We're with Nancy Dieckmeyer, the daughter of Mr. Dieckmeyer. He was a legend here in South St. Louis, and I imagine he's still missed quite a bit.
Very much so, yeah.
How long has this bar been here?
50 years.
50 years? And Mr. Dieckmeyer started it?
Yes, he did. My mother and father, and they've been here for 50 years. Dad passed away about 2.5 years ago.
Take a picture of Eugene now. Take a real good picture of Eugene. He has this kind of like a new look to him, kind of like that rugged lumberjack look. Linda was going to talk, but she had food in the gullet. Linda, let me just tell you something, Linda. You know, I always tell people get on the show. We've been doing the show for a long time. And I always tell people to be themselves on the show. But in your case, I'm going to tell you, maybe you should be somebody else.
Well, tell him now.
John.
Yes.
Now, I'm not mad about this. I'm not complaining. But I noticed your associate here was telling you about how bad the show was, which he probably is right, but I guess he's kind of hostile, huh? Kind of hostile. A lot of people hate me, and you know, I don't even know why they hate me, but sometimes they probably have real good reasons I don't know about them.
Maybe he's worked for the post office before.
Post office? Oh, he's going postal. Hey, did you ever hear about this? I've heard about this from some people. I'm not saying they would do it in this restaurant, but at restaurants where, like, you're rude to the waitress or the cook, before they bring the food out, they spit in it.
No, not here.
I'm not saying this place. Did you ever hear about that?
I've heard stories.
Like pecking their nose and stuff?
I've seen it on TV.
You seen it on TV?
Like 2020, something like that.
They were picking their nose in
California restaurants.
Really? Jim, take a picture of the brain. We've got to have a picture of that brain. That brain looks pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I'm anxious to try it. So all you do is take the brain out of the grease and then put it on what kind of bread?
Whatever kind you like.
There's the brain sandwich. And we're going to have some. Put a little onion on it. I've never had brains before. Well, I don't mean it that way, but...
He comes in and all of a sudden they switch over. It was like this. All of a sudden,
My first bite of the brain sandwich.
Okay,
Oh.
clear food in.
Ooh, oh. They're hot.
It's a brain city. If you need any brains, this place to go. Crunchy too.
Now you might notice that Eugene Horner is here and Tom Horner is not here. And that's because Tom Horner right now is currently residing at the Gray Bar Hotel. Last night he got arrested, and Eugene is going to give us a vivid word picture description of the arrest.
He took and did it again. Tried to take the VCR back, and they wouldn't take it back. He kept calling back. Finally, he got tired of it. So they sent the police out. 2 big ones. He wasn't doing nothing. They said he was resisting arrest and stuff, and he wasn't. He couldn't. He's passed out. But that's the way it goes. And they hauled him off, and no telling when he'll be back. What do you think?
First, Black Jesus. Now, Tom Horner. Will the tyranny of this police state we live in ever end? Will innocent people that are completely innocent, like Tom, be persecuted by the men in blue? When will this terror stop? When will we be safe from the police? Well, here we are at 7th and Russell, as we're going to take a look at the annual Soulard Mardi Gras Parade. Now, what exactly is Soulard Mardi Gras? It's another feeble attempt of St. Louis to be something that it's not.
Soulard Mardi Gras, I don't think it defies definition, just like maybe the Worldwide Magazine show defies definition.
What's this guy selling?
Hats for bald people like me. I think there's a lot of bald people that need hats in cold weather, and this guy's doing a good business.
A lot of these ragamuffins, probably the only money they make all year, selling some junk here at this stupid parade. Hey pal, what are you selling?
Mardi Gras stuff.
How much is that hat?
$8.
$8 for that hat? Really? What do you do when you're not selling hats for the Mardi Gras?
Working other kind of parades.
Where are you from?
Mount Vernon, Illinois.
So you work parades all year round?
Yes.
That's what you do full time?
Well, on days off, I do stray jobs and whatever.
What else do you do?
Work on cars and work at furniture stores, stuff like that.
Well, these are considered Mardi Gras hats today. On another parade day, are they considered like Mount Vernon parade hats? Do they switch, from parade to parade, as you call them, different names?
Kind of.
Okay.
How much are those balloons?
$2.
Oh, balloons are like a bargain for $2. That's just like a good price for that. I don't want to buy any, but just in case. You got a customer. Oh, yeah. This guy's buying a Winnie the Pooh hat. You know what kind of guy this is. Yeah.
Well, today they are Soulard Mardi Gras hats. Next week there'll be some other type of parade hat. I don't know if there'll be more or less next week.
$8, that's kind of a steep price for those hats.
It's under $10 though. It's under 10. It's that magic figure, under $10. I'm just, what hat would make me look like I have more hair? What do you think, Pete?
You know how people are just caught up in that Mardi Gras feeling. Just that Mardi Gras
Look at this guy. Oh, look at that.
Haystacks Charlie.
Hey, Haystacks.
Haystacks.
Right now, Harry's going to talk to Haystacks Charlie. I thought you were dead, Haystacks.
No, I'm still living.
Wow. And of course, you have your typical St. Louis fun lovers here at the Soulard Parade. What do I mean by that? These are people that are so pathetic that they have to have fun whether they like it or not. They're desperate to have fun. They want to convince themselves they're having fun. They want other people to think they're having fun. But they're not really having fun. Believe me, they're not. They're just a bunch of hayseeds that couldn't afford to go to New Orleans, and now they're at this fake Soulard Mardi Gras. Here's another example of what I was talking about. People pretending to have fun. Not really having fun. Look at that. Boy, look at that. The little cheese. Oh, isn't that fun? Boy, is that fun. Boy, the people are having fun, aren't they? Boy, they're having fun, aren't they? Sure, they're having fun. And now with another fun lover at the Soulard Parade.
Yeah.
Are you Jewish?
Sometimes.
I know it's a big nose. You might be a little Jewish. But anyway, you having fun?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Now, I mean, why are you wearing that mask for?
I'm a wanted felon.
No, seriously, what are you wearing the mask for? Have fun, right?
Yeah, to have fun.
So is that mask you providing?
I am. I can walk around and do stupid stuff and nobody knows who I am.
Well, I got news for you, buddy.
What?
You take that mask off, nobody's going to still know who you are.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter. 1-850-GIRLS! 1-850-GIRLS! Oh, yeah, here's some girls. Yeah. Some young nubials here at the Soulard Parade, and they work out at Clayton Victani. Whatever happened to Victani? Victani is kind of, kind of like went the same places as Roebuck went with Sears. Motorcycle after motorcycle after motorcycle. Basically, if you've seen one motorcycle, you've seen 1,000 motorcycles, because they're all the same. We're seeing 2,000 motorcycles. Welcome to St. Louis and the Soulard Parade. 1-850-GIRLS. Out of the way, girlie. Out of the way. Come on. Don't you see the camera lady? Drunken slut. The drunken slut. Look at her. I'm dying here for this carbon monoxide. Well, the parade has gotten into one of its many lulls again, where there's nothing happening at all. Just a bunch of ragamuffins parading down the street, fooling themselves into thinking that they're having a good time, but they're not. It is cold, in the middle of nowhere, in the slum of Soulard in South St. Louis, where, the funny thing about Soulard, you get this one house, it's like a $200,000 house, and then you go across the street from the $200,000 house, and there's a $5,000 house. I guess if we stay here long enough at this Soulard Parade, something will happen. Something will come down the street. You're on, Cable.
You doing, Cable? You want to see our boats?
Yes, I'd love to.
Right.
Okay, all right. Here we go, now we go. Here we go. Now we're finally getting somewhere. Woo! Right now, this is good. Is that good? Very good. What's your name?
My name is Melissa.
What channel you on?
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. That used to be my lucky number, 22. I used to drive cab 22. Let's see that again.
You want to see it again? No way.
It again.
Woo!
Very good, very good. Very good, Melissa. What do you do for a living, Melissa?
I'm a lawyer.
Good girl.
I'd like to know what's going on.
She's in the medical field.
She's a doctor.
It was like a medical oddity.
I'm in the medical field. What do you need to know?
I'm a reproductive surgeon.
You're doing with the Miller.
Are you people having fun?
Oh, we're having a great time. The Harleys were great.
These machines from 1978 I've used every day for 6 years. If all goes well, this will be the last show with these machines. Goodbye.